Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got game, Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a 2 up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Down.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Cowboys had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you present it.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. On play action, Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Douglas. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now Lance looking to change it up. Now Lance. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Check Fury. Check Hunt.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. There he goes left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready. Hey, cross steal. Set, go.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On the double.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Check White. Mag. Hunt.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Set.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Jets take over at first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
And they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
And this game, for them, is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. A strong running. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets it up past the 35.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Jets have a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. (10-7) our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Jack 300. Jab.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Cook is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are able to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Black Ultra.
To throw, it's Lance.
And this is incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
And Lance going to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
Hardman on the return.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
DeMone Clark. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be taken at the 13. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready.
Now Lance throwing on second down. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 74 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hard to believe Cooks is only 30 with all that he's accomplished. It's also hard to believe he's on his 5th NFL stop now with Dallas. Changes of scenery work great for him. Every time he's moved, he's had 1,000 yards in his first season with his new team.
52 blaster. Ready?
Lance now on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Lance wants to change him up.
White.
On second down, here's Lance. Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Look at you.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. McCole Hardman. It's a foot race. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. On first down, Lance. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Ready.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Hey, check mega. Ready.
2nd down, Pollard again. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Now Rodgers, and his throw here's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On play action, it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
28-yard gain. First down, New York.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run the counter with Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Rodgers wants to change the look. Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now Lewis selects to return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready?
Here's Lance. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll run left with Pollard. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Blue striker.
Lance looking to throw it. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, New York.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Rodgers pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about 6.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Cowboys 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Lance going back to the air after the pick 6.
Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. In motion right, that's Wilson. Oh, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start. Zerline connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
We're going to 53. We're going to 54. Going to 54. Why?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
1st down, Prescott. This one swung out here to Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 43.
Here we go, 47.
Prescott now. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And again, it's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home.